Hello, Mingalaba Dhamma class. My name is Dazanjo and my Buddhist name is Janapali, which means power of concentration. Today, I will be your presenter for part 1 of this Dhamma class. Today's Dhamma class is on Sunday, November 30th, 2025. We meet every Sunday at 4 o'clock p.m. Arizona and Pacific Time. Anyone interested in Buddhist teachings is welcome to join us on Zoom. Use the ID 413-460-4622 and the password Buddha20, all lowercase. Remember, the Zoom ID and password will stay the same every week. First, 2 individuals will chant the Buddha Gamanagata and Suriyagata. These chants will then be followed by Part 1A, Buddha Gamana, Buddha Vandana, offerings, 9 precepts, virtues of Disarana, chant of Metta, and Part 1B, meditation, adhitthana, and mindfulness, wishing and cheering. And then Part 2, chantings, Buddhism, Q&A, and kids recitings. Today's substitute will be Hina Ong, so Hina Ong, please have your prayer books and the correct pages ready and close by. Before we begin, here are some important rules and regulations. If you're reading a substitution or participating in Part 1A, please try to join the Zoom meeting at least 5 minutes early. Please do not eat or drink during the prayer time, as it is very disrespectful. If you're hungry, make sure to eat before joining the meeting next time. Sit up straight and center yourself in front of your camera. Keep your camera on at all times or you may be removed from the meeting. If you're not a part of the Dhamma class, you're free to turn off your camera. Please don't fidget or play around, as it can disturb others who are praying. The prayer session is only 15 minutes, so please be mindful and respectful. For those chanting, please chant clearly and slowly so that others can follow along. We would greatly appreciate it if everyone stays respectfully until the end of the meeting. Now, please put your hands together. We'll begin with Buddha Gamanagata. We believe you'll do great.
Buddha Gamanagata Angira Sasta Unaya Tatahi Sitaram Siyo Vajirawa Virojanti Jino Metatu Sisake Nilayo Nilatana Ma Pito Dataja Lohita Dhamma Manjita Nikamim Subhabasara Sadhu Fountain.
Muffin, please unmute first.
Suryagata Namo te Buddha Viradu Vipamudosi Sabati Sabada Patibanosami Dasame Saranam Bawa Tatagatam Arahatam Suryo Saranam Gado Rahu Suryam Bamunchasu Buddhaloka Nugambaka Yo anda kare damasi babam karo Wero jano madali ugadejo Marahu gili chara manda like Bajam mamam Rahu Pamuncha Suryam Edena Sachawajena Sotimeho tu Sabada Sotiteho tu Sabada Sadhu 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 Bhavantam.
Linthen, it is your turn.
Thing. Olente.
Adiwase tu no bende, maniam breka bedam, anokambam ubadaya, bedigana duotamam. Adiwase tu no bende, bojanam breka bedam, anokambam ubadaya, bedigana duotamam bawantang.
Adiwase Ogata Kayagan Wasikan Manogan Dabadota Kakingo Akiro Jo Piapazijin Ajonga Patema Dutia Tatia the Jane Don J Meow on Paya Yedena Tanga Yedena, Mieton Balugo, a Yoate, a Lea Miet, Lesson Moye, Shiko Buzo, Pumyoman Shot, Kadoba eat a Shimpia, Gadoya do, a Joa jump, a Beliba, Gatomba, Yepishipa, Yanu Naba, Wipeti Dialiba, Yetena Dea Navaruma, a cockhead thing. Kilo 90 per year, Medea, Potea, Naban, Tiaro Meko, Lavalo E a Shimpia. Valentine.
Aham Bante Tesara Nana Saha Banja Silam Daman Yaja Anuka.
No way, keep going.
Panatipada Viramani Sikabdan Samadhiyami Adinatana Viramani Sikabdan Samadhiyami Abrahmacharya Viramani Sikabdan Samadhiyami Musawada Viramani Sikabdan Samadhiyami Sura Miraya Mecha Pamada Dana Viramani Sikabdan Samadhiyami Vijala Pujana Viramani Sikabdan Samadhiyami Najagita Wadita Visuta Dasana Malagenta Vilepana Dharana Medana Vibhusana Dana Viramani Sikabdan Samadhiyami Ujjasayana Mahasayana Viramani Sikabdan Samadhiyami Mita Sahagatena Chitasa Sabapana Bhutesu Paridwa Viharana Samadhiyami Ama Bande Bhavantam.
Iti piso bhagava arham sama sambuddha vichachana sampano sukata lokaritu anuttara prisa tamasarati sata deva manusana bodho bhagava.
Sandy, it is your turn. Hina Om, could you please substitute for Sandy on 6 Virtues of the Dhamma, prayer book, page 12?
Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Sanditiko Akaliko Ehipasiko Opaniko Pachatam Veditapo Vinyuhi Supatipano Bhagavato Sawaka Sango Ujjupatipano Bhagavato Sawaka Sango Nyayapatipano Bhagavato Sawaka Sango Same Chipatipano Bhagavato Sawaka Sango Yadidam Chatari Purisa Yugani Ata Purisa Pugala Esa Bhagavato Sawaka Sango Ahuneyo Bahuneyo Tekineyo Anjalikaraniyo Anutram Punyaketam Lokasa. That one time.
Ahem Aviro Homi Abhyabajo Homi Anigo Homi Suki Atana Pariharami Mama Mata Pitu Acharya Ja Nyatimita Ja Sabrama Charino Ja Avira Hantu Abhyabaja Hantu Aniga Hantu Suki Atanam Pariharantu Amhagam Araka Dewata Imam Samim Awase Imam Samim Arame Araka Dewata Arahantu Abhyabaja Hantu Aniga Hantu Suki Atanam Pariharantu Sabe Sada, Sabe Bana, Sabe Buddha, Sabe Bukala, Sabe Atabawa Pariyapana, Saba Itio, Sabe Purisa, Sabe Arya, Sabe Anarya, Sabe Dewa, Sabe Manusa, Sabe Vinipatika, Awera Hontu, Abhyapaja Hontu, Aniga Hontu, Sukiatanan Pariharantu, Dukhamuchantu, Yatalada Sampatito Mawigachantu, Gamasaka.
Pratimaya Disaya Dakinaya Disaya Pachimaya Disaya Uttaraya Disaya Pratimaya Anudisaya Dakinaya Anudisaya Pachimaya Anudisaya Uttaraya Anudisaya Heti Maya Disaya Upari Maya Disaya
Sabe Sata, Sabe Bana, Sabe Buddha, Sabe Bugala, Sabe Atabawa Pariya Bana, Saba Itio, Sabe Parisa, Sabe Arya, Sabe Anarya, Sabe Dewa, Sabe Manusa, Sabe Vinipatika, Awera Hontu, Abhyabaja Hontu, Aniga Hontu, Sukhiyatanam Pariharantu, Dukha Muchantu, Yadavada Sampadito, Mawikachantu, Kamasaka. Udamya wa Bawagata, Adoya wa Awi Tito, Samanta Taka Walesu, Ye Sada Batawi Tara, Abya Paza Nirata, Nidukata Nupadwa, Udamya wa Bawagata, Adoya wa Awi Tito, Samanta Taka Walesu, Ye Sada Urake Tara, Abya Pada Nirata, Nidukata Nupadwa, Udamya wa Bawagata, Adoya wa Awi Tito,
samanta taka wale su ye sada agase tara abya pada nirata nidukata nupadwa sadhu sadhu sadhu. Bow one time.
Now we will learn how to meditate by Valerie, Maythun, Hima Ong, Dazonjo, and Swizin.
What is meditation? Meditation is a way to keep the mind cool and calm by concentrating on one object. There are many ways to meditate. In our Dhamma class, primarily we study Anapanasati and body scanning meditation. In Anapanasati, a natural focus is your own breath, which is always with you. If you simply keep feeling the breath as it comes in and as it goes out, the mind gets quieter and more peaceful. In body scanning meditation, you scan your whole body from head to toe, from the front and the back. The only trouble is, something will always take your attention away, maybe a noise or a pain in the knee. But often your own mind is the problem. It is so full of useless stuff, like a monkey jumping here and there. It is so hard to control. To become the master of your mind, you need some lessons, enough time, a good place to learn, and how to practice. With enough practice, meditation helps to replace bad thoughts and feelings with happy ones. Why do we meditate? By learning how to control the mind, we start to get rid of negative habits and develop good mental qualities instead. If your mind is cool, you make good decisions, you don't get confused, you make less mistakes, you don't get angry or feel afraid, and you become more confident. If your mind is calm, you become peaceful and happy, you're less worried and frustrated, you don't get stressed about work or exams, you develop compassion and kindness, and you have more harmonious relationships. If your mind is concentrated, you get less distracted by useless things, you find it easier to focus and learn, you perform better in sports and games, you make better music and art, and you'll be more trustworthy.
What is the difference between samatha and vipassana? Samatha meditation and vipassana meditation are two different types of meditation. Samatha aims at achieving deep concentration, while vipassana aims at understanding both the body and mind. In samatha meditation, the focus is solely on one object to attain deep concentration, such as by fixing the mind on a single point. In contrast, vipassana meditation involves observing various mental and physical processes as they occur. During samatha meditation, when the mind wanders, we bring it back to the chosen object. However, in vipassana meditation, when the mind wanders, we observe it without trying to control it. Only when the distraction fades, we return our focus to the primary object. These differences in focus and approach distinguish two types of meditation.
Guided muscle relaxation meditation. We are going to practice guided muscle relaxation meditation. Before we begin, please straighten your body, center yourself in the middle of your camera, put your hands together with the right on top of the left with your thumbs connected and place them in your lap. Then close your eyes. Step 1, when I say a group of muscle, focus on the group of muscles you hear and feel the tenseness in them. Step 2, mentally relax those group of muscles. Step 3, feel those muscles completely relaxed. Let's start. Your scalp muscles, all the muscles on your head are relaxed. Your forehead and eyebrows are relaxed. Your eyes, ears, nose, lips, and chin are relaxed. Your neck and shoulders are relaxed. Your arms, forearms, wrists, hands, and fingers are relaxed. Your chest and upper back are relaxed. Your abdomen and lower back are relaxed. Your hips and thighs are relaxed. Your knees and legs are relaxed. Your ankles, feet, and toes are relaxed. Now your whole body from head to toe fully relaxed.
Now we are going to advance to body scanning meditation. Imagine you are holding a scanner in your hand. You are going to scan your whole body from head to toe and from the front and the back. Begin at the top of your head and slowly let your attention move down through your body little by little. Imagine a warm energy flowing gently inside you. If you find a place that feels stuck, pause there, take a calm breath, and picture it relaxing. Once it feels open, keep moving down all the way to the tips of your toes. Let's begin by scanning the front of your body. Start at the top of your head and move slowly downward. The top of your head, your forehead and face, the front of your neck, the front of your shoulders, your upper chest, your lower chest and abdomen, the front of your hips, the front of your thighs, the front of your knees, and the front of your legs. Now bring your attention to your back. Beginning at your heels, slowly scan upward. The back of your legs, the back of your knees, the back of your thighs, the back of your hips, your lower back, your upper back, the back of your shoulders, the back of your neck, the back of your head, and the top of your head. Now you have successfully finished one cycle of body scanning meditation. Now you are going to practice another cycle on your own. You can switch the order, either go down the front and up the back, or up the back and down the front. Once all the energy channels are open, your body will feel very light. It will feel as if you are riding on a calm ocean wave. We are now done meditating.
Nahi verena verani samantita kudachana averena cha samanti esadano sanantano.
Basa akaranam kusalasu pasampada sachita priyodapanam etam buddha nasasanam.
Marna me duam, jivita me aduam, ida me punyam, nipanasa pachayo, hotu, imam punya bhagam, sapasatanam bhajema, sadhu, 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 on time. It is now part 2 of the Dhamma class, and again, please do not eat anything. However, drinking water is now fine. So we will be starting off with program number 1, which is Chant of Metta Sutta by Mason D, Linlin, Amara, Dunson, Hela Ong, Grace and Brian, Valerie, Noel, Swizan, Tiffany, Hank and Hema, and Dizen Joel.
Metta Sutta Yasanubhavato Yaka Nevada Santi Pisanam Yani Jevana Yonjanto Ratim Deva Matandito.
Finland, it is your turn.
Sukham supati sutocha, papam kanchina pasati, ewa mati kunupetam, uritam tam panamahe.
Karaniya Matakusalena Yanda Sandam Patam Episameja Sako Ujuja Suhujuja Suwajoja Samudu Anatimani.
Santusa koja subaroja apaki choja salahuka wuti sandindriyoja nipagoja apaga bokula swana nugito.
Nacha kura machare kinchi yena winyu pare upa wadeyu suki no wa kemino hontu sabasata bontu sukitata.
Yeke chipana butati tasawa tawarawa nawasesa digawayewa mahanta majima rasaka anugatula.
Tita Wayewa Adita Yewa Dure Wasanti Awi Dure Buddha wa Sampawe Siwa Sabasata Bawantu Sukitata.
Na paro para miku beta. Na di maneta. Katachina kanchi. Piao sanga. Patika sanya. Nanya manyasa. Tukamichaya.
Madaya Daniya Buddha Mayusa Eka Buddha Manurake Ewampi Sapa Buddhesu Manasam Bawaye Aparimanam Metanja Sapa Lokasmi Manasam Bawaye Aparimanam Udam Atoja Tirianja Sampadam Awirama Sapadam.
Hank and Hema, it is your turn.
Absent, I think.
Hina, could you please substitute for Hank and Ema on verse 11? Ditam jaram nisino wa sayano yawatasa vitamido etam satim aditeya brahmamedam vihara midamahu ditinja anupagama silawa dasanena sampanno kamesu vinaya gedam nahi jatu kabaseya punareti meta sudam nitidam sadhu sadhu sadhu.
We're now moving on to program number 2, which is basic Buddhism, first by Mason-ji and Lasunda, then by Niyinta, Amara, and Mate, then by Smia Pin and Sarah, then by Victoria and Xinglang, then by Noel and Shinta, then by Swizan and Linlin, then by Hazel and Alexander, and lastly by the Sinjo and Hinlao.
Hello, Mangalaba. My name is Mason D. My Buddha name is Loka Palu, which means guardian of the world. I live in Jacksonville, Florida. So today, my dear Dhamma friend Lasunda will be joining me. So Lasunda, please introduce yourself.
Hello, Mangalaba. My name is Lasunda, and my Buddhist name is Chanda Pali, which means keeper of beauty and smart. So, May, what will we be talking about today?
Today we're going to be talking about what does the Ogata mean, so I will go first. What does the Ogata mean? The Burmese word Ogata, originally derived from the Pali term Ogasa, is employed to express sentiments of excuse, apology, or request for forgiveness. It can be translated into English as excuse me, my apologies, I beg your pardon, or forgive me.
The Buddhists expressed the genuine and humble commitment to eliminating all wrongdoings in thought, speech, and actions. They show reference to the three noble truths, the Buddha, the Dhamma teachings, and the Sangha, spiritual community.
Through this act of devotion, they seek liberation from various negative states and obstacles and aspire to attain the enlightened state of Nibbana through the path and fruition. Maga and Pala. We will now be asking questions, so Lasunda, please ask your first question.
So my first question is to Julia. So what is the Burmese word Oga that derives from?
The Pali word Okasa.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, so my next question is to Julia. No, not Julia, to Snowy. So Snowy, how do Buddhists seek to attain Nibbana?
through the path and fruition, maga, and pala.
Yes, that is correct. So Lesna, please ask your next question.
So my next question is to Julia. So Julia, what does Ogata mean?
Excuse me, my apologies. I beg your pardon and forgive me.
Yes, that is correct. So may I please ask your last question?
So my last question is to Snowy again. So Snowy, why do Buddhists use Ogata?
They use it to express humility, seek forgiveness, and reaffirm their commitment to eliminating wrongdoings.
Yes, that is correct. So thank you for watching and listening.
Now Niyata and Amara and Matthew.
Hello, Minglaba Dhamma class. My name is Narita and my Buddhist name is Yoga Bali, which means keeper of energy, and I live in Indiana. Today I have two friends joining me today, so Amara, would you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Minglaba. My name is Amara and my Buddhist name is Amada Bali, which means keeper of deathlessness, and I live in Texas. Martin, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Mangalaba. My name is Martin. My Buddhist name is Hita Bali, which means good keeper, and I live in Texas. So, what are we going to talk about today?
Today we'll be talking about Mangala. But before I begin, can everybody please listen carefully as we'll be asking questions at the end. So, what is Mangala? Bali word Mangala generally refers to anything considered auspicious, lucky, or a symbol of good fortune. Today, certain Westerners perceive items such as horseshoes, rabbit's feet, or four-leaf clovers as signs of luck, while some Eastern cultures believe that raising golden fish brings about auspiciousness.
However, despite these superstitious beliefs, the Buddha outlined the 38 blessings as genuinely auspicious aspects of life. We can study these 38 blessings in Mangala Sutta, which we chant frequently in our Dhamma class.
Burmese people greet each other by saying Mangalaba. In this context, Mangala means good morning or good evening, while the word ba is added as a mark of respect.
We will now be asking questions. So, Ting Ting, what does the Bali word Mangala refer to?
Auspicious or lucky signs always symbol of good fortune.
That is correct. Thank you. Amara, could you ask the next question?
Yes. Snowy, how do certain Westerners perceive luck?
Horses, rabbits, feet, and four-leaf clovers.
That is correct.
Ding ding. How many lucky signs did the Buddha teach?
The Buddha taught 30 lucky signs in the Mangala Sutta.
That is correct.
Now our last question is for Snowy. How do Burmese people use the word Mangala in greetings?
They say Mangala ba, meaning good morning or good evening, with ba added for respect.
That is correct. Thank you everyone for listening.
It is now Sumya Pit and Sarah's turn.
Hello everyone, my name is Sumya Pei. My Buddhist name is Chita Bali, which means your guider of mind. Today I'll be joined by my dear Dhamma friend Sarah. So Sarah, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Sarah, and my Buddhist name is Shiga Pali, which means good guardian. So, Sumyat Pye, what will we be talking about today?
Today we'll be talking about Uposatha, but before we begin, we'll be asking questions in the end, so please listen carefully. The Bali word Uposatha, or Upo in Burmese, means observance or fasting. It refers to special days when Buddhists follow specific precepts, such as the 8 or 9 precepts, to focus on spiritual practices like meditation and reflecting on their actions.
There are 4 Uposatha days in a lunar month: the full moon, new moon, 8th waning, and 8th waxing. A full moon is where we can see all of the moon. A new moon is where we can see none of it. The 8th waning is 8 days after the full moon.
The 8th waxing is 8 days after the new moon. You can find these days on a lunar calendar, but if you're not able to read it,
Uposatha Day, which is Ubone in Burmese, is a day where we practice Ubosang, which means to follow the 8 or 9 precepts. So now I'll be asking questions. So my first question is to Valerie. So what does the Pali word Uposatha mean?
The literal meaning is observance or fasting. Also, it means special days.
That is correct. So Seamet Pei, please ask the next question.
my first question is to Juju, and it is how often does Uposatha occur?
4 times a lunar month on the full moon, new moon, 8th waning, and 8th waxing days.
That is correct, thank you. So Sarah, please ask your next question.
My question is to Valerie again. So what do we do on Uposatha days?
We meditate or reflect on the 8 or 9 precepts.
That is correct. So Seamet Pei, please ask the last question.
My question is for Juju, and it is how can you find Uposatha days?
By checking a lunar calendar or asking someone who can read it.
That is correct, thank you. That is all for today. Thank you everyone for listening, and thank you Sarah for joining me.
It is now Victoria and Xinglang's turn.
Absent. Next.
It is now Noel and Shintan's turn.
Hello Dhamma class, my name is Shintan. My Buddhist name is Moka Bali, which means freedom keeper. So today my friend Noel will be joining me, so please introduce yourself. Okay, so today we'll be talking about Ganti. So please listen carefully because we have questions at the end. What is Ganti? Ganti means patience, tolerance, and endurance. It's about handling suffering caused by others and not reacting with anger. A patient person doesn't think about revenge when faced with anger. Instead, they try to help the wrongdoer and respond with love and compassion. To practice Kenti, it's important to control your temper and understand life's true nature. Losing your temper can take away your peace, happiness, and friendships. Kenti involves accepting both good and bad experiences without fighting against them. Achieving this patience requires wisdom, seeing things as they really are. By understanding the truths of life and the law of cause and effect, or Dhamma, we can better manage our feelings. So now I'll be asking questions. So Grace, what is Ganti?
Patience, tolerance, and endurance.
That's correct. Brian, how does a patient person respond to anger?
With love, compassion, and no thoughts of revenge.
That's correct. And then Grace, why is controlling your temper important?
It preserves peace, happiness, and friendships.
That is correct. And then my last question is to Brian, and how can one develop Ganti?
Through wisdom and understanding the law of cause, effect, Dhamma.
That's correct. Thank you for listening.
It is now Swizzen and Linden's turn.
Hello Dhamma class, my name is Soisin, and my Buddhist name is Monsa Bali, which means keeper of relatives. Joining me today is my dear sister Linlin. So Linlin, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Linlin, and my Buddhist name is Manopali, which means keeper of minds. So, Swayzen, what are we going to be sharing today?
We are going to be talking about Bara Mi, and everyone please listen carefully because in the end we'll be asking questions. Bara Mi means going beyond or reaching perfection. It refers to the excellent qualities of bodhisattvas who are future Buddhas. There are 10 perfections which are important for achieving enlightenment.
To develop these qualities, one needs wisdom, compassion, and selflessness. People work hard to improve themselves over many lifetimes.
The 10 perfections are 1. Dana, charity; 2. Sila, morality; 3. Nekama, renunciation; 4. Panya, wisdom; 5. Viriya, energy;
6. Kunti, patience. 7. Satya, truthfulness. 8. Adhitthana, determination. 9. Metta, loving kindness. And 10. Upekkha, equanimity.
Practicing these helps us grow and become better people. So now I'll be asking questions. So my first question is to Tenzin, and it is, what does parami mean?
Parami means going beyond or reaching perfection, referring to the qualities of bodhisattvas.
That is correct. So Linlin, can you please ask your question?
My question is to Hank, and it is, what are the 10 perfections?
The 10 perfections are charity, morality, renunciation, wisdom, energy, patience, truthfulness, determination, loving kindness, and equanimity.
That is correct. So Susan, can you please ask your question?
My last question is to Tenzin, and it is, who practices parami?
Bodhisattvas, who are future Buddhas, practice parami.
That is correct. So Linlin, what is your last question?
My last question to Hank is, why are the 10 perfections important?
They are essential for achieving enlightenment and self-improvement.
That is correct, and that is all, and thank you for listening.
It is now Hazel and Alexander's turn.
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Hazel, and my Buddhist name is Rupa Bali, which means beauty keeper. Today I'll be talking about something with my dear Dhamma friend Alexander. So, Alexander, please introduce yourself.
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Alexander, and my Buddhist name is Ujjibala, which means power of honesty. So, Hazel, what will we be talking about today?
Today we'll be talking about metta. Before we start, everyone, please listen carefully because we'll be asking questions at the end. What is metta? Metta means loving kindness and goodwill towards ourselves and others. It's about feeling warm and friendly, wanting everyone to be happy and well. Practicing metta helps us overcome anger and negativity.
Just like a mother protects her child, we should show love to all living beings. This love should be the same for ourselves, friends, and even those we don't get along with.
Metta teaches us to see ourselves and others, so we feel connected without differences. It's not the same as passionate love or wanting to possess someone. It's deeper and more universal. Metta has the power to spread goodness to others even from afar. We'll now be asking questions, so Alexander, please ask the first question.
My first question is the Hema, and it is, what is metta?
Metta means being kind and loving to everyone.
That is correct. So, Hazel, please ask your first question.
My first question is to Tiffany, and why is metta important?
Metta, it helps us be happy and not feel angry.
That's correct. Alexander, please ask the next question.
Then my last question is the Hema again, and it is, who should we show metta to?
Ourselves, friends, and even people we don't like.
That is correct. So, Hazel, please ask the final question.
The last question is to Tiffany, and can metta help others from far away?
Yes, kind thoughts can spread goodness.
That is correct. That is all. Thank you for listening.
It is now the Zinjo and Healer on stream.
Hello, Mingalaba Dhamma class. My name is Tazanjo, and my Buddhist name is Jana Bali, which means power of concentration. Today, me and our Dhamma friend will be talking about something. So, Hina, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Hayden Long, and my Buddhist name is Sukha Bilal, which means fire of happiness. So, Tazancho, what are you talking about today?
We will be talking about the 5 khandas or 5 aggregates. Everyone, please listen carefully because we will be asking a couple questions in the end. I'll start us off. What are the 5 khandas, 5 aggregates? A living being can be understood as nama rupa. Nama means mind. Rupa means matter or body. Mind and body depend on each other. They cannot exist separately. Together, they make up the 5 khandas. The word khanda means group or aggregate.
Rupa includes all kinds of material things. This is called the Rupa Khanda, the group of form. Nama has 2 parts. 1. Chitta. This means consciousness, the knowing mind. 2. Chetasikas. These are 52 mental factors that arise and disappear together with consciousness. They also cannot exist separately.
Among the 52 chetasikas, there are 3 important groups. 1. Vedana, feelings, pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral. This is the Vedana Khanda, the group of feeling. 2. Sanya, perception, which recognizes and labels things. This is the Sanya Khanda, the group of perception. 3. Sankhara, the other 50 mental factors, led by intention, Chetana. These shape our thoughts and actions. This is the Sankhara Khanda, the group of mental formations.
The Chitta is called the Vijnana Khanda, or the group of consciousness. These 4 together are the Nama Khanda, the mind aggregates.
So, a living being is made up of these 5 groups: Rupa Khanda, form or body; Vedana Khanda, feeling; Sanya Khanda, perception; Sankhara Khanda, mental formations; and Vijnana Khanda, consciousness. That is all, so now we'll be asking questions. Hinaong, could you please ask the first one?
The first question is from Miranda, and it is, what are the 5 khandas?
There are 5 groups that make up a living being.
That is correct, so Dhamma, could you please ask the next question?
My next question is for Maithun, which is, what do Nama and Rupa mean?
Nama means mind and Rupa means body or matter.
That is correct. Hinaong, could you please ask the next question?
The next question is from Miranda, and it is, can mind and body exist separately?
No, they depend on each other.
That is correct, so Dhamma, could you please ask the next question?
My next question is for Maithun, which is, which khanda is the body?
Khanda, the form, group, or body group.
That is correct. Hinaong, could you please ask the next question?
The next question is from Miranda, and it is, what is Vedana Khanda?
The group of feeling, pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral.
That is correct, so Dhamma, could you please ask the next question?
My next question is for Maithun, which is, what is Sanya Khanda?
The group of perception, recognizing, and labeling things.
That is correct. Hinaong, could you please ask the next question?
The next question is from Miranda, and it is, what is Sankhara Khanda?
The group of mental formations, thoughts, intentions, and other 50 mental factors.
That is correct, so Dhamma, could you please ask the next question?
My next question is for Maithun, which is, what is Vijnana Khanda?
The group of consciousness, the knowing mind.
That is correct. Hinaong, could you please ask the last question?
The last question is for Miranda, and it is, what do the 5 khandas explain?
They explain what we call a person or living being.
That is correct.
That is all, and thank you for listening.
We are now moving on to program number 3, which is choose the correct one out of the given answers by Hank and Hema.
Hi, my name is Hank, and my Buddhist name is Sutabala, which means power of knowledge. Today, I'll be joined by my twin sister. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Hema, and my Buddhist name is Hemapali, which means peacekeeper.
Today, we'll be asking questions to the individuals Lasanda, Sandy, Nainta, Wei-Yan, William, Grace, Kamapali, Valerie, Nyambonte, Snowy, Julia, Onlinte, Mietno, Irisan, Brian, Maythun, Alexander, and Juju. To start off, Lasanda, can mind and body exist separately?
No, they depend on each other.
That is correct. Sandy, what do the 5 khandas explain? Well, the correct answer is they explain what we call a person or living being. Naintan, what does Ogatha mean?
Excuse me, my apologies. I beg your pardon and forgive me.
That is correct. Weiyan, what does the word Mangala mean?
Auspicious or lucky sign or the simple or good fortune.
That's correct. William, what is Buddha Biseka?
It's a special Buddhist ceremony for blessing Buddha statues.
That is correct. Grace, what is Kanti?
Patience, tolerance, and endurance.
That is correct. Kamapali, who practices parami?
Could you repeat that again?
Question was, who practices parami?
Bodhisattvas who are future Buddhas who practice parami.
And that is correct. Valerie, what does metta mean?
Metta means being kind and loving to everyone.
That is correct. Nyambonte, why is metta important?
It helps us be happy and not feel angry.
And you are correct.
Snowy, can metta help others from far away?
Yes, kind thoughts can spread goodness.
That is correct. Julia, can mind and body exist separately?
No, they depend on each other.
That is correct. Alte, what do the 5 khandas explain?
They explain what we call a person or living being.
That is correct. Mietno, what does Ogatha mean?
It means, excuse me, my apologies, I beg your pardon and forgive me.
That is correct. Teresa, what does the word Mangala mean?
The word can you? Oh, a suspicious or lucky sign or symbol of good fortune.
That is correct. Brian, what is Buddha Biseka?
It is a special Buddhist ceremony for blessing Buddha statues.
That is correct. Meithun, what is Kanti?
Patience, tolerance, and endurance.
That is correct. Alexander, who practices parami?
Bodhisattvas who are future Buddhas practicing parami.
That is correct. Juju, what does metta mean?
It means being kind and loving to everyone.
That is correct. Thank you for listening.
We are now moving on to program number 4, which is Answer the Questions 1 by Miranda. So hello Dhamma class, my name is Miranda, and my Buddhist name is Bodhipali, which means Keeper of Wisdom or Keeper of Enlightenment. And today I'll be doing Answer the Questions program, and my individuals that I'm asking are Brian, Meithun, Mathane, Grace, Valerie, Alexander, Brian, Emera, Cindy, and Sumyape. So for my first question, it is for Brian, and it is, please recite the second Gautama Buddha Vajana.
Gaha karaka ditosi punageham nakahasi sabate pasuka baga gaha kutam visankatam.
Thank you. And next is Meithun. Please recite the third Vajasa Udana.
Yada hawe patu bhavanti dhamma adapino jayato brahmanasa vidubhayam titati marasenam suryo va Oba saya mantalikam.
Thank you. And then Mathain, please recite the second Manasa Udana.
Sahagaraka didosi puna geham nagahasi sabadeva suga baga gahagutam visangatam.
Thank you. And then Grace, please list the two types of Udana.
Number 1, Manasa Udana, and number 2, Vajasa Udana.
That is correct. And then Valerie, please list the 12 causes of Paticca Samuppada in Pali.
Number 1, Avijja. Number 2, Sankara. Number 3, Vijnana. Number 4, Namarupa. Number 5, Salayatana. Number 6, Basa. Number 7, Vedana. Number 8, Dana. Number 9, Upadana. And number 10, Kamabhawa. Number 11, Jati. And number 12, Jaramarna.
That is correct. And then Alexander, please recite the second Patama Buddha Vajana.
Kahakaraka punageham nakahasi sabate pasuka baga gahakutam visankatam.
Thank you. And then Brian, please recite the third Vajasa Udana.
Yada hawe patu bhavanti dhamma atapino jayato brahmanasa vidupayam titati marasinam suryo va obasaya mantalikam.
Thank you. And then Amara, please recite the second Manasa Udana.
Yada hawe batu bawa. Wait, can you please tell the question again?
Please recite the second Manasa Udana.
Yada hawe batu bawanti dhamma adabino jayato brahmanasa atasa ganga wapayanti sapa yanto gayam pajayanam awedi.
And then Mason D, please list the two types of Udana.
Number 1, Manasa Udana, and number 2, Vajasa Udana.
Correct. And then Smiyapid, please list the 12 causes of Paticca Samuppada in Pali.
One, Avijja Pachaya Sankara. 2. Sankara Pachaya Vijnana. 3. Vijnana Pachaya Namarupam. 4. Namarupa Pachaya Salayatana. 5. Salayatana Pachaya Baso. 6. Basa Pachaya Vedana. 7. Vedana Pachaya Dana. 8. Dana Pachaya Upadana. 9. Upadana Pachaya Bhavo. 10. Bhava Pachaya Jati. 11. Jati Pachaya Jarasmanam. And 12. Soka Hrideva Dukam Dumana Supaya Sa Sambhavanti.
That is all for my program, so thank you to everyone who participated. We will now be moving on to program number 5, which is answer the questions to guide this angel.
Hello, Mingala Dhamma class. My name is Dhazanjil, and my Buddhist name is Jana Bali, which means power of concentration. Today I'll be asking a few individuals some questions, so everyone please be ready and prepared. Lasanda, how do you chant metta meditation on yourself? Lasanda, are you ready? I'll come back to you. Oh, was that you?
Yeah.
Go ahead then.
Ahama vero homi, abya bajo homi, anego homi, suki adanam pariharami.
That is correct. Thank you. Sandy, how do you chant metta meditation on your parents?
Absent.
Snowy, how do you chant metta meditation on your parents?
Mama mata biju avira hontu avya pada hontu aniga hontu suki atanam pariharantu.
That is correct. Thank you. Same thing. How do you chant metta meditation on your relatives and friends?
Natibitaja abeva hontu abyapaja hontu anega hontu sukiagana parihavantu.
No. That is correct. Thank you.
Okay.
Nyambo Tet, how do you chant metta meditation on your Dhamma class?
Sabra machari no cha arera hontu abya baja hontu anika hontu sukya tenaburi harentu.
That is correct. Thank you. Wei Yan, what is Buddhism? Please answer in Pali and English.
Sapa papa sa akarone, not to do any evil. Kusala sa upasampada, to practice good. Sajita pariyodapane, to purify your mind. Then Buddha nasasane, this is the teaching of the Buddhas, which means this is the Buddhism.
That is correct. Thank you. Miendo, how do you share the merit you gained with all in Pali and English?
Ime punya bhagyan sabha sadhanam bhajema. I share the merit I have gained with all beings.
That is correct. Thank you. Nicole, how do you chant metta meditation on yourself?
Absent.
Hopar. June, how do you chant metta meditation on your parents?
Absent.
Hopar. Gama, how do you chant metta meditation on your relatives and friends? Gama, are you ready? Okay then. Ibya, how do you chant metta meditation on your Dhamma class?
Absent.
Hopar. And Victoria, what is Buddhism? Please answer in Pali and English.
Absent.
Hopar. That is all, and thank you for listening.
We are now at the end of the Dhamma class, so everyone please put your hands together and recite Buddha Sasanam Chiram Detutu 3 times. Buddha Sasanam Chiram Detutu, may the Buddha's teachings last long. Buddha Sasanam Chiram Detutu, may the Buddha's teachings last long. Buddha Sasanam Chiram Detutu, may the Buddha's teachings last long. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.